that time of year again when we have to have the lights on in the middle of the day because it's so dark outside. It's currently 3 p.m. I've just had a delivery come in from Amazon. I think people may have got the gist now that Lids and I do a little bit of running, probably about 2 or 3 times a week. And my running gloves I've had for probably, it's been quite a while, and they're not actually running gloves. I picked them up in store, I think, just for keeping my hands warm. I was going to like fireworks displays back in the day. And so I wanted to get something that was a little bit more designed for running and had the touched phone element on them that my ones were supposed to have, and I think they did work at some point, and I think over the years the material rubbed off that it uses to enable you to use touchscreen. They don't work anymore. So I've picked up a new pair of gloves that have also got a little bit of grip, and they are just here, as you can hopefully see. If I stand to the side, you see they've got a nice little bit of grip underneath, and then on your index finger here you've got the touchscreen pad that's just on the tip of the finger, and they've also got a little clip so you can clip the gloves together, which I always find quite convenient. I always used to think, why would you ever want to clip your gloves together, because that just doesn't make sense. And when we started going skiing and snowboarding, I was like, it makes all of the sense. So anyway, feel so soft, they're really comfortable. I've put them on my hands for a little bit, and they are extremely warm as well, which means that in the winter they're going to be fantastic. They are for cold conditions, so I expected them to be, but they just feel really nice. So I will leave a link down to these in the description box below. Yeah, I just thought I'd share these with you. These are a little Amazon pickup that have just arrived that are hopefully going to make running a little bit more comfortable. And I also wanted to mention the Apple Watch strap. This is the Nucleus power strap, a stainless steel with ethically sourced diamonds. I think these are actually made in a lab. So this strap you may have seen me wearing on the Apple Watch for the last few weeks. I know that lots of people on Instagram have been commenting on it, and this strap has actually only just been launched, so I didn't want to reference it when it wasn't available to buy. This was kindly sent out from the team over at Nucleus. So if you want to go and find more information out about the strap, then I'll leave a link down to that in the description box below. It is a really nice way of making the Apple Watch more wearable, because it just looks slightly more like a smartwatch rather than the traditional Apple Watch style. So yeah, I am kind of obsessed with trying to close my rings. I've been sitting down at my desk a lot today. As you can see, I've only done 174 calories and it's 3:15. I've been standing for 50% of the day, which means that I should hopefully close that. And I've only done 11 minutes of exercise, because this morning I didn't get up and go for a run, and I didn't go to the gym because on Saturday and Sunday I worked my arse off. So I deserved to have an easy start to the day. So we did get up early as normal, but I didn't do any exercise today. So yeah, I don't know if this is an unhealthy habit to have, but as you can see, we were quite busy. So I set my calories to 930 calories a day, 30 minutes of exercise, and then 12 hours of standing. So I quite commonly will close the exercise and stand ring, and I'm always a little bit short of the calorie ring. In fact, I don't think I've ever closed it. So it's 8:01 then. On Friday's quite busy. I do a lot of filming and shooting on Thursdays, so I'm quite active. That's why that's up to 8:34. Wednesdays are typically days that I spend a lot of time in the office, so I'm down editing and stuff like that. And then on Tuesdays, I'm also active filming, creating content. 889 that day, so that was pretty good. And 73 minutes of exercise, because we went for a long run on Tuesday that week, and I also was out and about all day Monday. Again, probably going to be similar to today, probably going to close the 2 middle rings, and then I'm going to end up burning only a few hundred calories. But I actually quite like this for the short term, because it gives me a little bit of an understanding of my routines, my habits. I can visually see what it is that I'm doing, and it just gives me a little bit more of an understanding. I don't want to get too obsessed with the rings, because there was one night when we first got the watches, I was in the lounge, and Lids has had Apple Watches for a while and she's always spoke about these rings, and I've just been like, yeah, okay, cool. And then I was like, I've nearly closed my stand ring, and I stood up in the lounge and I was like, this is bad, we should not be doing this. So I decided that I wasn't going to let the rings rule my life, but for the first sort of month I'm going to stay quite on top of them, just to learn how the patterns are. And like I said to you, I can see a direct exchange from the Tuesday and Thursdays where I'm creating a lot of content and I'm out and about and I'm on my feet. You can see that directly from the watch, that those are my most active days. And then Mondays and Wednesdays, where I'm typically in the office doing a lot more editing, you can also see that reflect as well. So it does do a pretty accurate job of monitoring as far as I believe, because it does represent what's happening in my day-to-day life. But I'd love to know what you guys think about the rings. Is it a good or a bad addiction? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear. But regardless, yeah, so far I've been enjoying wearing it. I found it quite useful. I haven't got to grips with using it as like a messenger, so I never message anyone or read WhatsApp messages or anything like that on the watch. I have answered the phone on it before, but I would rather just pick up my phone and chat, or as you can see today, wear the earbuds, which I actually really like. I think they're quite efficient. It means that I can commonly get 2 things done at once, which just makes my life a lot better because I don't get interrupted by taking calls. So anyway, today is another day of organisation. I think in my last video, Lids and I had a huge clear out ahead of the festive season. We just wanted to get the house to a state where we were able to start the festive decorations. So we did all the prep work, getting the rooms and everything organised, having a little bit of a cleanse, a bit of a tidy up as we come into that season. I didn't touch my room at all, and it is relatively well kept. Probably the main thing that I'm looking to sort out today is my cupboard, which is currently being used as like a storage room, which it will continue to be, but I also have that for like luggage and bags, some accessories that I don't need every day but I need to have access to. And so the trunk that was originally in the office, which of course this is going to be my dressing room at some stage, so there'll be none of that in here at all. It will not be going down into the new study area, so I want to utilize it as a storage unit that goes within the cupboard here. So I'm going to make some space today and try and get that organized and cleared out and work out what it is I want to keep and what it is that I don't want to keep, and then I'm going to put that trunk into this cupboard and hopefully it will just be a lot tidier in there as well. So basically I just want to be working towards systems that are going to make my life a lot easier, and I'm going to be able to get things and access stuff a lot quicker and more efficiently than I do currently. Right, I've just finished cleaning out the cupboard, so I just basically cleared out the floors and put down knits, because I've stopped hanging knits as much as possible on hangers, because you get those coat hanger shoulders where you get like a little sticky bit of clothes like that, and it's really annoying. So I do have a couple that are on still, but I've put the majority of them down the bottom. If we take a look in this cupboard, you'll see it's looking nice and organised with the long coats, and then at the bottom here, these are sweatshirts and then just 2 zipped hoodies over to the side. I've got to somehow find room for all of these black coats. Now this is a puffer, that's a windbreaker, and that's a waterproof, and then these 2 are normal jackets that I probably wear the most. This is the Pewtery jacket. I actually worked on this as a campaign a very long time ago, and I get a lot of wear out of that. And then this is a Gymshark one, which I tend to chuck on if I'm going to get my hair cut or popping up to the local shop to grab something. That's what I wear. So these basically need to go into there, but as you can see, it's pretty packed already. So yeah, this is something that will be addressed when we redo my wardrobe, I'm sure. I didn't manage to get into the cupboard today because I ended up having to take some calls, which distracted me from cracking on with organising and sorting stuff out. But we had a little dig. We managed to get rid of a few items that were very, very old and worn, and then 1 or 2 pieces that had been shrunk in the wash that weren't fitting correctly. My manager will be getting first dibs on those before they head off to charity. And then this evening at 8 PM, I've got a Skype call for a brand event, and as you can see, that is in 15 minutes, so I better get busy. But I thought I'd also just quickly share with you that John Smedley have sent out a couple of pieces of knitwear, which excites me so much because I've spoke about John Smedley on the channel before and I'm a huge fan of their stuff. So this is a all black sweat and this is a grey marl roll neck. You'll see me styling those 2 pieces up in the coming weeks on an Instagram reel or something like that. I'll definitely be getting lots of wear out of those because the material is just so comfortable. This is the knit that you probably see me wear a lot, the one that I got from My Teresa, and yeah, it's just so comfortable. I love it. So I'm very happy to have those 2 to add to my knit collection. But anyway, I'm going to close up shop up here, head downstairs and get ready for this evening's online event. This evening's setup for tonight's event. We've got a cheese board, all space inspired, As you can see, we've got these really like spacey looking cheeses that were sent out with some crackers. So lovely little spread for tonight's event. And the spaceman statue in the back. Got a martini and a margarita as well.
Dry down. So that's why we call it woody, oriental.
Just before I hit the sack, I thought I'd show you my Monday rings. So as you can see, almost identical to last Monday's, which isn't surprising because I do lead a similar kind of weekly structure. Well, at least I try to anyway. So slightly lower on the exercise, but slightly higher on the calorie burn. Kind of is a bit strange, but I do understand why. So the organisation has begun and I've got a little helper in the distance. You probably can't see her, but Lumi is in there doing her thing. I'm going to see if I can make some space in here for that trunk. Just in case any of you forgot what the trunk looked like that I'm referencing. It's this trunk here that's currently in the ensuite upstairs, which is quite funny. It's been in there for a while, but there's so much space inside that it would be a shame not to utilise it in the loft. So, get busy. Well, as you can see, the room has now been nicely cleared out. I've actually taken the door off of this because we needed to make some room to get the trunk in. I've currently used the trunk as storage for all of my bags, which is actually really handy because I used to hang them off these screws that I've screwed into the joists, which it did work as well, but actually having them all here means I can literally go in, access really easily, which is great. And then down there I've cleared some space. I still need to go through these 3 boxes, which are basically my photography props. So we've got like smashed glass, atmosphere spray, sparklers, hats, rope, headphones, anything that I need for props, globe at the back. So I do need to organise that, and then all of my suitcases and luggage down the side here. So it is a lot more functional at the moment, which is great, but it still isn't completely finished. Ooh, we've gone very blue, playing havoc with me at the minute. But anyway, I think it's because there's like natural light coming in and then I've got a lot of artificial light in the background. It's a bit confused. So anyway, I'm going to stick the door back on the cupboard, close it up and get back to work because it's a very busy time at the moment. Who said hanging a door was hard? Well, that's a wrap for today. It was a very productive day shooting. I managed to get 2 campaign shots today and sort out mostly the cupboard that you guys saw me doing earlier, which is fantastic. I'm just about to cook Lids and I some pasta. We're gonna have tuna sweet corn pasta, which should be relatively straightforward. And as you know, I'm quite the chef, so I'm sure I could probably do it with my eyes closed. It's gonna be a very easy task and I'm gonna nail it. Lumi's in support. Daddy's a bad cook, isn't he? So I do put oil in with the water just to make sure that there's separation in the pasta. Probably not what you're supposed to do. I also put some salt in just then. And then I'm going to put the pasta in when this is boiling hot, is when I'll add the pasta. You don't have coconut oil anymore, I'm sorry. That's a thing of the past. This level of organisation, in this right here, how pleasing is that? And the little staggering, ooh, I'm about that. So I'm just about to strain off the pasta. This is the best design I've ever seen because when you want to put these away, they're a pain, and this little foldy one, you normally need 2 hands. Beautiful, that's what we like to see. So that is it, dinner's served. Tuna pasta with sweet corn. I know what you're thinking, babe. You're thinking that's some Michelin star shit.
Something like I was thinking, yeah.
Like you just woken up.
I had a nap.
Oh, it's alright for some. I've had a little spring clean whilst I've been cooking. That is the art of cooking, is to clean up after yourself. So when you finished eating, you don't have a side full of all of the stuff that you were using to cook with. I'm telling you, game changing. So today I'm going to be helping Lydia film a couple of reels, 1 or 2 reels.
Well, I've got 2 boxes of shoes. I'd love to do both of those.
Okay.
And that's it. And then I can do the other ones myself, and they can be...
Lovely. We've got a little bit of... So anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing 2 videos with Lydia's new Louboutin boots, shoes?
Shoes and boots.
Shoes and boots. So we're going to film that today. I've just been working this morning on some editing for a couple of campaigns. Really happy with how the photos came out actually from yesterday. Head over to Ali Gordon on Instagram if you want to check those out. And then we've also got the guys in doing the porch. They've started ripping the porch down, which is great because we've been waiting for this for a very long time. Planning took absolutely ages because if anyone's had planning application before, you'll know that it takes 8 weeks for a planning application to be approved, and then obviously you need to go through the process of submitting all the correct paperwork, and I think there was a slight delay because of COVID as well. So
Slight delay is like not even the thing.
there's been a slight delay.
It's been 5 months.
5 months delay. But anyway, we are ripping the old porch out at the moment, so it may be a little bit noisy in the background today, but I might not vlog too much, so you probably won't hear loads. But anyway, and then the actual porch date for installation is the end of November.
Oh right, okay, so we're going to be without a porch for a while.
Yeah, for like a couple of weeks. They watertight the roof where they take the old porch out. They'll water seal it, and it'll just be a hole.
Wow.
And then they'll come in and install the new porch.
What's the date today? It's like
18th.
18th.
It's only like 10 days or something.
Okay.
I think the installation date's the 27th, but I didn't want to say it in case that's wrong. But I think it is. Yeah, a couple of weeks without a porch, and then we'll have a beautiful new oak porch installed in replacement, which is going to be amazing. So,
Question.
yes.
Question. Are they putting the dwarf walls in
Yes.
now? So they're going to be working for a few days.
Oh yeah, they'll be here all week and next week.
Oh, okay.
So what they'll do is, they rip the old porch out, they'll get the flower beds that are existing, and they will cut them back and push them back. They'll then take the floor up, probably, that's by the front door, and then they'll build the dwarf walls that L shape around.
Mm-hmm.
They'll then put the coping stones on top of the new
Have the coping
brickwork.
stones come?
No.
No.
So they might have to wait and do those right near the end, just before the porch. They're due to arrive just before the porch installation date. We are going to be pinching some paving slabs from another area of the driveway that doesn't necessarily need them. We'll re-trim and finish off the paving that we're going to be taking it from in a slightly different way, and then we'll install those by the front door, and they'll also be equally aged, which is good, so they won't look like a mix and match or anything. So yeah.
And we've got beautiful solid oak benches
Yeah,
either side now.
we're gonna have, yeah, when it's done. Some nice little touches, should be good. And then the electrician is gonna come out and wire in new lights for the porch, because they need to be moved as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's all going on the porch, in the porch department at the moment, which is great.
Cool. Anyway.
Right, yeah, we're gonna get busy filming.
Yeah.
A bit of a shimmy wiggle rather than a...
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't bad.
Getting better.
Try and chuck it to my hands.
Okay. Ready? I'll do the same again.
Yeah. That's good, it went to my hands.
Just went a bit high. Poor box is getting battered.
Try to keep it flat.
Okay. What flat?
So when you chuck it flat ways to me. So rather than chucking it like a frisbee, chuck it flat. Good. It's good. So what's going to happen is you'll never, if you throw it like this, you're never going to cover the screen.
Yeah, I know.
So you need to go.
I can't.
Watch. Push it, and flick it. Best one.
Okay.
So it's just, yeah,
Okay, but
that way, yeah. It's good.
I'm never gonna hit it.
A bit harder. So I've got my finger there, my thumb there.
if I'm
Am I-
going it harder, it's going up.
It doesn't have to if you release it lower. Shammy. One take, let's go. And then just cute cute girl wiggle. You're not trying to like break what's inside.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Good. Nailed it.
Yeah.
One more attempt. Just
Yeah, let's do one more time because I might have been looking at the camera then like.
Yeah.
Okay. Cute girl wiggle. I know that you want to film this because you just know that it's funny because I can't do it.
It's not funny.
Yeah, look at you, laughing already.
Right, are you ready
Yeah.
for action?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Oh shit, sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That same move where you turn your feet across. Yeah, so that.
So I don't need to drop them this
that
time.
thing.
So
is
I can just
the
go like
same
that.
again.
Okay.
Absolutely correct. Yeah. So it's that same move. Okay.
You ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Lovely.
Yeah? Have you
Nailed
got
it. Yeah. First take. Well done. I've had these sneakers now for must be about 2 years, and they're Tom Brown, and I absolutely love them. Got the running theme of the blue, white and red stripes that run around their attire, and I really like them a lot. However, on the heel of the shoe, right at the top, just there is quite a lot of stitching, which means that I get quite a lot of pain from the bulge that sticks out at the back, and it ends up giving me blisters, and I never pick them up to wear them because they are very uncomfortable. And so Dee found these, which are heel shoe grips, and I think they're just designed to make shoes more comfortable for women, but I've stuck a couple of these, I've got the black ones, in the backs of the heels, and so far so good. They are now slightly short on the toe because it has pushed my foot forward a little bit, so I'm just trying to find out whether I get too much discomfort because my toes have gone from being like this to probably a little bit like that, which over time could be a little bit uncomfortable, but they feel like they're starting to spread out because this is leather. Eventually they will kind of loosen up a little bit. This could be a great save of a pair of shoes that I didn't utilise enough. So yeah, thank you very much for the suggestion. If anyone else has got any issues with trainers that cause discomfort and blisters on the back, then I'd highly recommend this little Amazon purchase. So I thought I'd just quickly share that with you because I feel like I've just gained a pair of trainers again. A little update on the shoes. I've just been outside filming a Reels with Lydia after putting those heel pads in, and sadly they felt good at first, but it's starting to hurt again a little bit. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what I could do to help with the heels, I am going to go and pop them to a shoemaker to see if they have anything they can suggest doing, because I do think it's just purely down to the way in which the fabrics have been stitched on the inside at the back of the heel, and that's what's causing the problems. So the pads should have really eliminated that, and they definitely have got rid of some of that pain, but I can just feel it just a little bit coming through, and my heel started to go a little bit red just there where it is catching. So that's a shame because I thought that was going to be a nice little fix, but it hasn't worked out. I think that if it was a pair of shoes that were causing a small amount of discomfort, they would have done the job. But I think for a pair of shoes like these, which were literally, it was like agony after 10 minutes, I think it was a bit too much to ask, but we had a go. We'll continue the quest to try to get these shoes on my feet more often. Well, it's currently Saturday afternoon and I've been sitting at my desk all morning working on this vlog. I've been editing this vlog up and I'm feeling pretty tired because last night Liz and I worked on putting all of the Christmas trees up around the house ready for her to start Vlogmas with the MGs, which is going to be starting very soon on her channel. That was a good evening well spent. We enjoyed a glass of wine and yeah, worked our way through. So they're all ready to go now, which is great because it's a job that I enjoy, but it's also quite tiring as well doing it. So yeah, we have 5 Christmas trees up in the house. And Lydia's now got the task, which is probably a task that I'm glad that I don't have, which is now to decorate them, and I just wiggle my way out of doing it by saying that I trust her taste and that she will do a better job than I will. That's my excuse. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for her to crack on with. But the house is starting to feel a little bit Christmassy, which makes me feel very happy because I feel I'm ready to embrace Christmas this year because yeah, it's not been the best of years, has it? So let's bring on the joyful season as early as possible. As you might be able to see, talking of seasons, it's actually pretty cold at the moment. I'm having to wear a gilet inside, and our house is extremely hot. So temperature's dropping. Lids and I are still going to be getting out doing our morning runs and stuff, get those rings closed. But yeah, let's quickly sit down and chuck in a quick request if anybody's made it this far in the video. For next week's video, I'm not sure, I haven't quite decided yet whether to film a vlog or whether to film a sit down. I didn't know if there was anything in particular that anybody wanted to be covered on the video, whether it be a haul, a gift guide, just any suggestions really, because it's slightly more difficult when the house is decorated or getting decorated for Christmas, and Liz is obviously doing Vlogmas, and it's part of her Vlogmas to include the process of the setup and everything going on her channel, and this video will be going out before those videos. So I don't really want to ruin her videos and just share it all on my channel today. Also makes it a little bit harder for me to vlog around the house. I thought maybe I'd do something different next week, just for 1 week. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Maybe it will just be a vlog. There's a little bit of work to be done in the garden. Lydia's greenhouse operation is a go, so that's going to start making some good progress before the end of the year. We are also working on having my office study sorted, or our office study sorted, should I say, before Christmas hopefully as well. So yeah, it could be an action-packed week next week, but I just wondered if there was anything else you wanted me to cover. I'd love to hear your suggestions. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap today's video up. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you're all staying safe as well. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.